24-year-old Tunisian, Anis Amri, who was known to have ties to a radical Islamist group. But a 6-month surveillance operation was actually dropped by the German authorities just last month. Well, he's now the subject of a Europe-wide manhunt. And in other developments, a reward has been put up for information leading to his arrest. It amounts to €100,000. Let's get over to Berlin and join our correspondent, Robert Hall. Over to you, Robert.
Yes, good morning from the market around Kaiser Wilhelm Church. The target of Monday's attack, crowded with passers-by, stalls still closed, at least many of them. I think stall holders here conscious of the fact that they still want to maintain a level of respect for those who died and who remain injured. Away from here, as you've been indicating, that police operation is spreading, aided by pictures of the man they're now referring to as a prime suspect, which are on social media and have been circulated to police forces and security forces around Europe. So what do we know about Anis Amri? Let's just bring ourselves up to speed as to what we do know. So he's a 23-year-old man. He was born in Tunisia. He comes from a poor family in eastern Tunisia. As a young adult, he had a reputation for being socially conservative. In an interview with the Times newspaper, Amri's father described him as a violent teenager. He was jailed for 4 years in Italy for arson and theft, and he'd been sentenced to 5 years in prison in Tunisia, reportedly for aggravated theft with violence. His documentation shows he used 6 different names under 3 different nationalities. He moved to Germany last year, but his asylum claim was denied. German officials did not have the correct paperwork to deport him to Tunisia. Local media are reporting that he had ties to the Islamist preacher Ahmed Abdelaziz A, known as Abu Wallah, who was arrested in November. He was being investigated on suspicion of preparing a serious crime endangering national safety. Well, Anis Amri's family have been talking a little bit about him, and let's hear now a short clip from his brother Walid.
I'm shocked, like every Tunisian citizen who heard about it. When the police came to the house to take my mum, then we knew it was my brother Anis. Me and my other brother don't live here. We live in the capital, Tunis. We have just arrived back. We're all shocked.
Can we start this way? So we're looking. I just want to show you where we are here. We're actually at the entrance. We're actually at the entrance to the market, where the lorry actually entered this market space on Monday night. You can see the concrete blocks in the foreground. They have been placed here by civil defence teams in the last couple of hours, a reassuring effort, along with a high police presence, to make sure that people feel safe. There's been a lot said about perhaps a lack of preparation here. There's now a real effort to ensure that the people who are now crowding the market can do so in safety. The gap behind me is where market stalls were demolished as the lorry made its way through this pedestrian precinct. Now, we've been talking to people visiting the area today. Still services of remembrance being held. One was held in the last hour or so. Still people coming to stand quietly at the shrines of candles and flowers. But still a sense of positivity, a sense that people should come here and that some degree of normality should return. Let's hear from just some of the people we've been talking to.
We are still kind of very scared because the other markets in Berlin, we never know what happens next or what could happen here again.
I feel safe because here are all those policemen, and I think it's safe.
I feel it's good that we start again, that the devil has no part for it. I think so. And also for the world to say we go on, we are not afraid, we go on.
I think it's important that the people can go back outside, yeah, that nobody is afraid to go outside and that we are, stay strong together, let's say, yeah.
Well, just to reiterate that the police operation outside Berlin and within the city is continuing. As you might imagine, under these circumstances, with such a high-profile hunt going on, there's a lot of material and reports appearing on social media, some of them being denied, some of them receiving no comment at all from the police or the authorities. That is as you'd expect. There's clearly a really intensive effort underway to find Anis Amri, and we're going to keep in touch. We're going to keep across that. If there's any further press conferences or any further developments, we'll of course bring them to you as soon as it happens. Back to you.
Robert, thanks very much indeed. Robert Hall.